इस धरती को 450 करोड़ साल हो गए हैं बने हुए। इंसान इसके ऊपर 70 लाख साल पहले आया किसी फॉर्म में, इन डिफरेंट फॉर्म ऑफ स्पीशीज़, बट द अर्थ वॉज एबल टू सस्टेन इटसेल्फ। मदर अर्थ विल सस्टेन, वो किसी भी हालत में अपने आप को सस्टेन करेगी, वेदर वी वांट और वी डोंट वांट। इंसान जहाँ जहाँ गया है फ्लोरा और फौना को ख़त्म करा है। दिस इज़ अ रिकॉर्डेड फैक्ट इन द हिस्ट्री। यू गो, यू स्टडी, जहाँ भी इंसान ने अपने कदम रखे हैं वहाँ की जो रिच फ्लोरा और फौना है वो स्लोली और ग्रेजुअली ख़त्म हुई है।
बेंगलोर में फ्लड आई। एक बेंगलोर में आप लेकमैन नाम से सर्च करेंगे तो देयर इज़ अ वन IT प्रोफेशनल, वो मॉर्निंग वॉक कर रहा था और सडनली वो लेक में गिर गया। निकलने के बाद उसने कहा कि मुझे लगा कि मुझे डूबने से ज़्यादा अच्छा था कि मैं बदबू से मर जाता। सो ही डिसाइडेड दैट डे, और उसने अपने ऑफिस से फंड सेंक्शन करवाए, समहाउ ही गॉट कन्विंस, और 80 lakhs उन्होंने उसको दिया। आज उसने 35 लेक्स को क्लीन कर दिया और अभी उसका टारगेट है कि आई विल क्लीन 1 lakh लेक्स ऑल ओवर द इंडिया एंड इवन इन वर्ल्ड।
एक ट्रेडिशन था, एक हैबिट थी आपको लोकल वाटर को कलेक्ट करने की, जो कि अब बिल्कुल आपने बंद कर दिया है। आप फार ऑफ रिमोट एरिया से पानी लेकर के आते हैं।
I think with sustainability, it is very important that the public should be well educated for sustainable buildings. They should understand the value of sustainability.
इंडिया में तो शायद ऐसी कोई जगह नहीं है विच कैन बी वाटर स्ट्रेस्ड। इफ़ यू स्टार्ट एड्रेसिंग कलेक्शन ऑफ वाटर जस्ट एज ट्रेडिशनली इट वॉज डन, कलेक्ट द वाटर वेयर इट फॉल्स, एंड वी हैव डन इट। तो जिस तरह से पहले बावड़ियाँ वगैरह बनती थी हमने वापस बनानी शुरू करी है, एंड वी फाइंड दैट इफ़ वी डू दैट, तो जैसे जोधपुर, जैसलमेर, ये सारे वाटर स्ट्रेस्ड एरिया कहलाते थे, एंड आई फील दैट देयर इज सफिशिएंट वाटर।
We think that we are the superior species on this earth and everything belongs to us. That's the first folly. Second folly is we think that whatever we are doing, we know what we are doing is right and everything will turn out right out of it. We are simply, because we have the communication, whatever God has gifted us, we are using, rather misusing it to cut down various things which belong to all the other living species. You know, like our entire philosophy of life over thousands of years have taught us what we say Vasundharaya Kutumbikam. It's not only in humans, it's every single part of this world is Vasundhara. And we just take a limited thing out of it. Vasundhara means the ant also.
I used to teach all young generation, young architects or new architects in office, use your common sense. Don't become like लकीर के फ़कीर कि ऐसा लिखा है तो हमें ऐसा ही करना है. Be sensible and design very sensitively and sensibly. Tell us our skills or know-how or technical education, but that should not overpower the sensible aspect, sensibility.
The skills that people over there have developed over years, how well you use it. I remember that we were doing some stone buildings. There would be stone slabs on it. And then stone slabs, there was a way of lifting those stone slabs. And there would be skilled people called chavaliyas, you know, जो struts और chains के ऊपर उठा करके, और you know, they would place it into position. Now what you have machines, which is a good thing. There's nothing wrong in having machines. But kind of we've stopped using stone for roofing material, and in the process what is happening is that the
To start with, since we are very different practices, most of the audience may or may not know, so let us try to introduce ourselves a little bit in very few lines, from where they come, what kind of work they do, and let us start maybe with Kavita.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, conservation architect from Jaipur, and I am practicing in architecture, conservation and landscape field for last 25 years, and consultant to ADB, WMF, World Monument Fund, ASI and tourism departments, archaeology and museums, working for government and private sector. So that's all about. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am architect Ajay Duck, practicing in Udaipur from 1993. Mostly I am into residential buildings, apartments, and I have done few public buildings also. Thank you.
So myself, I am Manish Kumat. I am from Indore, from the firm Manish Kumat Design Cell. Basically, we call ourselves a boutique practice. We do very small projects, and basically they are only private projects. We are not able to work for government. We are not able to work for builders also as such. But we try to work on private projects, which can be anything, right from residential, school, hotel, hospitals, anything.
I'm Anu Mridul. I'm based out of Jodhpur. Been practicing since 1985 now, and we are doing projects of multiple typologies, institutions and museums and housing. And majority of our work, I would say, is the material that we use has been stone.
Good morning, fellow professionals. I am architect Brajesh Muktawat from Kota. I am founder chairman IIA Kota Sub-Center. I passed out from NIT Bhopal in 1990, started my career in New Delhi, and my first project was an international design competition हमने जीता था सालार जंग म्यूजियम हैदराबाद. और उसके बाद somehow I shifted to Kota from Delhi, और हमने गवर्नमेंट के प्रोजेक्ट्स भी किए और छोटे शहर का होने के नाते सभी तरह के प्रोजेक्ट किए. डेंटल कॉलेज, इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज, पॉलिटेक्निक, स्कूल्स, रेजिडेंशियल बंगलोज, कोचिंग सेंटर्स, सब तरह के प्रोजेक्ट्स ये अभी भी कर ही रहे हैं. सो दैट्स द ऑल फ्रॉम मी. थैंक यू सो मच.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Prashant Sutaria, Principal Architect, PSA Mumbai. I am so happy to be here with stalwarts of the industry here. I mean, whose work I have been seeing and admiring. I think अनु सर का जो काम है, आप में से जो नए स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको थोड़ा देखना चाहिए, बिकॉज जो आज टॉपिक हम बात करने जा रहे हैं, द काइंड ऑफ बाउडी दैट ही हैज़ क्रिएटेड, the kind of cementless stone work that he has done and won awards for. I think he has been very modest, but for the benefit of all of you, I'm sorry, but I'm saying it on your behalf, sir. And you know, the young generation should get inspired that how you can do such wonderful work. Coming to me, basically I'm a commercial architect working in about 6 states across India, operating from Mumbai for last 30 years plus. आज का जो टॉपिक है उसके रिलेवेंट 2-3 चीज़ें बताऊंगा मैं, टेकिंग दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. वन इज़ आई एम अ चैप्टर चेयरमैन ऑफ फोकस, विच इज़ फोरम ऑफ क्रिटिकल यूटिलिटी सर्विसेज फॉर मुंबई चैप्टर. आई एम चेयरमैन. एंड 2 weeks ago we did a seminar, which is a half-day seminar, where we had the topmost experts of this particular field, which is decarbonization, and which is the next step of what we are going to talk today. We also had the IGBC chairman, Mr. V. Suresh, with us, and so many other stalwarts, Mili Mujumdar. There were so many of them who were there with us, and it's a very interesting topic. So I'm privileged to be part of that organization also, besides so many other. एक और चीज़ मैं आप सबसे कन्वे करना चाह रहा हूँ कि which is not of course related directly to this, but एक awareness I'm trying to generate, which I did at FOED, I did at Ved Asia last week, and it's about universal access. So I'm on a committee which is formed by Ministry of Social Justice, Government of India, and there are 7 or 8 members in our committee, and we are trying to consolidate the universal access, which is for people of various disabilities. There are 22 disabilities, and as designers we can play a great role in felicitating their lives and trying to bring them to on par with all of us through technology and planning. So I'm sorry to take little few minutes more, but I thought it was important that I convey these things to just spread the awareness. Thank you.
I will start with a small thought process. इस धरती को 450 करोड़ साल हो गए हैं बने हुए. इंसान इसके ऊपर 70 लाख साल पहले आया, किसी फॉर्म में, इन डिफरेंट फॉर्म ऑफ स्पीशीज़, बट द अर्थ वॉज एबल टू सस्टेन इटसेल्फ. जब डायनासोर्स तकरीबन 6.5 करोड़ साल पहले एक्सटिंक्ट हुए, 16.5 करोड़ साल तक रहे, एंड वी आर अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस अर्थ विच वी कॉल एज मदर अर्थ. मदर अर्थ विल सस्टेन, वो किसी भी हालत में अपने आप को सस्टेन करेगी. वेदर वी वांट और वी डोंट वांट। इंसान जहाँ जहाँ गया है फ्लोरा और फौना को ख़त्म करा है। दिस इज़ अ रिकॉर्डेड फैक्ट इन द हिस्ट्री। यू गो यू स्टडी, जहाँ भी इंसान ने अपने कदम रखे हैं वहाँ की जो रिच फ्लोरा और फौना है वो स्लोली और ग्रेजुअली ख़त्म हुई है। अब इसी कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बात करते हुए, ऑफ कोर्स द लार्जर पर्सपेक्टिव इज़ देयर एंड देन द इंडिविजुअल पर्सपेक्टिव इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिज़ाइन इज़ देयर। तो आई वुड लाइक टू इन्वाइट what is the thought process of sustainability from individual point of view. We all are practicing designers. तो कविता जी आपसे शुरू करते हैं। मतलब what you think personally about sustainability, which is now a buzzword for maybe a last decade. Everybody is talking about green buildings, rating systems, vernacular design, everything happening. So what is your thought process about sustainability?
Yeah, as far as the sustainability word is concerned, to me it is, since we all are architects, so we'll talk in terms of buildings and architecture. So buildings, those are environment friendly, climate responsive, economically viable and comfortable. So those are sustainable buildings. Environmental friendly, I mean to say, which leads the less depletion of natural resources, and we use the local materials. And climate responsive means not only the selection of material, but the planning is also very important. We plan in a way that buildings are comfortable. Those are cooler in summers and warm in winters, like we have in our traditional buildings. So we take care of planning aspect also. And comfortable in a sense, like we provide all comfortable spaces and materials, heights, aesthetical aspects are also considered. So if we consider these three aspects, that means we are making a sustainable building. But other than these three, the building must be viable. In a sense, like building must be self-sustainable to take consideration of its self-maintenance or repair. All these points are considered. So I think if we consider all these aspects, that means we are making a sustainable building. And these triple R is also equally important. We reuse the building and recycle the material. So we use the reusable material basically. So in short, according to me, this is the sustainability.
आपके पॉइंट से पिक करते हुए कि व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट कंफर्ट लेवल, कि बिल्डिंग शुड बी कंफर्टेबल. नाउ विद द ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी, comfort level is also relative at times. I think there is a lifestyle which needs to be addressed. People are rich, India has a lot of money. तो अजय जी, बिल्डिंग कंफर्टेबल हो और एट द सेम टाइम लाइफस्टाइल को भी एड्रेस कर रही हो, डू यू थिंक कहीं ना कहीं सस्टेनेबिलिटी टेक्स द बैक सीट? लाइफस्टाइल को एड्रेस करने में सस्टेनेबिलिटी कहीं बैक सीट ले लेता है?
I think with sustainability, it is very important that the public should be well educated for sustainable buildings. They should understand the value of sustainability, so the architects or the designer can incorporate certain elements, putting up their needs in their design.
ब्रिजेश जी,
यस,
एक क्लाइंट जो घर बना रहा है आपके पास आता है और बोलता है मेरे को एज अ कपल आई नीड मे बी 15 वार्डरोब्स. नाउ द सस्टेनेबल एटीट्यूड सेज एक व्यक्ति का एक वार्डरोब में काम चल सकता है. द लाइफस्टाइल डिमांड्स की बॉस मेरे को तो 15 वार्डरोब्स चाहिए मेरे ड्रेसिंग रूम में. हाउ एज अ डिज़ाइनर, मतलब मोस्ट ऑफ माई क्वेश्चंस विड बी, यू नो, इट वुड बी फ्रॉम द फील्ड, experiencing things, trying to think what is sustainable, and at times I myself get confused whether it is sustainable or whether it is lifestyle or whether it is comfort level. ये सब चीज़ों के questions we ask ourselves only कि where are we standing. तो आपको क्या लगता है कि ये lifestyle demand है और sustainability takes the back seat?
इन माई ओपिनियन सस्टेनेबिलिटी इज़ रिलेटेड टू बिल्डिंग. अब आपका जो क्लाइंट है, अगर उसकी कोई रिक्वायरमेंट है, अगर आप उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफ़िल नहीं करेंगे तो यू मे लूज़ द क्लाइंट. सो यू विल हैव टू फाइंड अ वे यू कैन एजुकेट हिम बाय वाई 50 वार्डरोब्स, या कॉम्पैक्ट डिज़ाइनिंग से आप 50 वार्डरोब्स का काम 25 में कर सकते हैं. बिकॉज आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि तुम रोज एक ड्रेस नई नहीं पहनोगे, वो कहेगा इट इज़ माई लाइफ स्टाइल. सो दैट वे यू कैन ओनली एजुकेट योर क्लाइंट. और समहाउ अगर आपको लगता है कि आपके आर्किटेक्चरल स्पिरिट इसमें किल हो रही है और आप एनवायरनमेंट को बहुत नुकसान कर रहे हैं और क्लाइंट समझता नहीं है, तो इन माई ओपिनियन यू कैन लूज द क्लाइंट. यू विल प्रेफर लूजिंग द क्लाइंट बिकॉज अवेयरनेस तभी आएगी व्हेन यू डिज़ाइन इंटेलिजेंट बिल्डिंग्स एंड यू अवेयर योर क्लाइंट ऑल्सो. Sustainability means your building should have less impact on environment, and that is the most prime aspect of our we architects. क्योंकि हम लोगों ने इतना environment को नुकसान किया है कि अब उसकी भरपाई करना मुश्किल है. अब से शुरू करेंगे. डिफरेंट नोट पे मैं एक परसों की ही न्यूज़ शेयर करूँगा कि आप नई जनरेशन कैसे करती है. इज़ नॉट एन आर्किटेक्ट, क्योंकि हम लोग तो बिल्डिंग से रिलेटेड कर सकते हैं. व्हाट अबाउट अदर, जैसे बेंगलोर में फ्लड आई, अभी बेंगलोर में फ्लड आई. एक बेंगलोर में आप लेकमैन नाम से सर्च करेंगे तो देयर इज़ अ वन IT प्रोफेशनल, वो मॉर्निंग वॉक कर रहा था और सडनली वो लेक में गिर गया. तो निकलने के बाद उसने कहा कि मुझे लगा कि मुझे डूबने से ज़्यादा अच्छा था कि मैं बदबू से मर जाता. इतनी ज़्यादा उसमें स्मेल थी, मेरे गार्ड ने मुझे ऑफिस में नहीं घुसने दिया. सो ही डिसाइडेड दैट डे, और उसने अपने ऑफिस से फंड सैंक्शन करवाए. समहाउ ही गॉट कन्विंस और 80 lakhs उन्होंने उसको दिया. आज उसने 35 लेक्स को क्लीन कर दिया और अभी उसका टारगेट है कि आई विल क्लीन 1 lakh लेक्स ऑल ओवर द इंडिया एंड इवन इन वर्ल्ड. और उसने कौन सी टेक्नोलॉजी सीखी? ही स्टडीड चोलास की 1500 ईयर्स पुरानी टेक्निक उसने ढूंढी. उसमें उसने कहा कि जो कार्व्ड स्टोन्स हैं दे एब्जॉर्ब द, जो गाद होती है, कीचड़ होता है. सो उसने क्वेरी से स्टोन्स मंगवा के स्किल्ड लेबरर्स को लेके उस टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज़ करके ओनली 3 months के अंदर उस लेक को रिवाइव कर दिया. दैट इज़ द लाइव एग्जाम्पल आई वॉन्ट टू शेयर कि हम लोग तो सिर्फ बिल्डिंग कर सकते हैं. व्हाट अबाउट अदर देन बिल्डिंग्स? एनवायरनमेंट को कैसे करेंगे? तो यंग जनरेशन इज़ ऑल्सो इन टू इट, दे आर वेरी कीन. उसने कई लोगों को इंस्पायर किया एंड दे आर डूइंग गुड वर्क. थैंक यू सो मच.
ब्रिजेश जी बहुत अच्छा बोला. मतलब जो मुझे भी हमेशा लगता है कि ग्रीन बिल्डिंग्स कैन हैपन व्हेन ग्रीन इंडिविजुअल्स हैपन. एक व्यक्ति का थॉट प्रोसेस जब अंदर से चेंज होता है और अंदर से उसके अंदर ये अवेयरनेस आती है, तो ग्रीन बिल्डिंग्स आर दी आउटकम ऑफ ग्रीन इंडिविजुअल्स. आप अनु जी इसके ऊपर कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे?
Green buildings are outcome of green individuals. Well, I would say कि when you talk of sustainability, tradition with changing needs, changing requirements with new materials, which keeps renewing itself but continues, is true sustainability. Of course, you have to be conscious about it. You have to know कि आप जब इस मूवमेंट के अंदर अगर आप चले गए कि ग्रीन बिल्डिंग्स कैसी होनी चाहिए, तो इंडिविजुअल पे तो डिपेंड करता ही है. बट आई थिंक ऑन अ larger canvas, this is how I would want to see it. I'll just give you one example. I've been doing a lot of work on water bodies, for instance. Doing this work, I realized that just reviving old water bodies is not enough, because those water bodies which you see in the historical precincts were meant for a certain number of people. Just time वो बनी थी से 50,000 and all, 50,000 लोग होंगे या 1 लाख लोग होंगे. I'm talking especially of the urban water bodies. Now, when you talk of sustainability, whether it is of this project or of the environment or of the world, what you have to do is that अगर आज भी आपको need है उस water body की, तो how you take it further is more important. I mean, जो आपकी historically हो गई उनको वहीं रोक दें, that will not be of benefit to anybody. That will start because अब जो दूसरे methods हैं, for instance water इकट्ठा करने के, they may not be very environment friendly. So what we have discovered is that to continue the tradition, and we have done it practically, and very successful experiments we have done, that एक tradition था, एक habit थी आपको local water को collect करने की, जो कि अब बिल्कुल आपने बंद कर दिया है. आप far off remote area से पानी लेकर के आते हैं. Now if you continue that, my studies say that India में तो शायद ऐसी कोई जगह नहीं है which can be water stressed. If you start addressing collection of water just as traditionally it was done, collect the water where it falls. And we have done it, तो जिस तरह से पहले बावड़ियाँ वगैरह बनती थी हमने वापस बनानी शुरू करी है. And we find that if we do that, तो जैसे जोधपुर, जैसलमेर, ये सारे वाटर स्ट्रेस्ड एरिया कहलाते थे. And I feel that there's sufficient water. There's sufficient water, it's just that our management systems, अपनी जो awareness towards sustainability, वो थोड़ी सी क्षीण हो गई थी. And if we start sharpening that and we start collecting that water again, I can tell you there's no more sustainable way to live in this environment, and we have successfully done it. आप करो, एक किया, दो किया, आपकी जो neighborhoods हैं, पुराने हैं, नए हैं, उन सब के अंदर आप ये create करो. I'm just giving an example, and I think that's the best way to proceed further. Keep renewing a tradition. It's not that जो tradition में हो गया उसको आपने calcify कर दिया या वो fossilize हो गया है. This has to be taken forward.
वेरी राइटली सेड अनुजी कि जो एज ओल्ड टेक्निक्स थी जिसमें पानी को बहने के पहले ही सेव कर लिया जाता था, स्टोर कर लिया जाता था. राजस्थान वाज ऑलरेडी वाटर स्ट्रेस्ड एंड दोज टेक्निक्स विच started getting extinct with time, they are the key things. And I would like to share that we are trying to design few homes in which हम लोग बारिश का जो पानी है उसको हम साल भर किचन और ड्रिंकिंग के लिए कैसे यूज़ कर रहे हैं. तो वी हैव एक्चुअली सक्सेसफुली इम्प्लीमेंटेड वेर इन दी होल रेन वाटर, यू नो, एवरीवेयर, हर घरों में आजकल बोरिंग हो रहा है तो अंडरग्राउंड वाटर टेबल हैज़ गॉन ड्रेस्टिकली डाउन. द वाटर टेबल विच यूज़ टू एग्जिस्ट 50-100 फीट के ऊपर पानी आ जाता था, आजकल 500-600 फीट चला गया है. तो how we can use this rain water, which is a natural source and can be used for the whole year. Now there is a technique, there is a technology which can help, and we have actually successfully implemented that, wherein my clients, they are not using any water for their drinking and for their kitchen work. प्रशांत जी, आप चूँकि you are into big projects, बड़े projects के challenges भी हैं. I have seen lot of buildings which are glass buildings in India, which usually we as designers always ask कि ये glass की India को इतना ज़रूरत क्यों है? And is it only because we are following West? Most of the times when we move across any city, we see glass and glass buildings. तो are we creating sick buildings? एक ऐसी बिल्डिंग जिसमें लोग बीमार पड़ें. हाउ डू यू टेक दिस चैलेंज इन योर वर्क विच आर ह्यूज बिल्डिंग्स, बिगर प्रोजेक्ट्स? आप लोग कैसे मैनेज करते हैं वेयर अ क्लाइंट इज़ देयर हु इज़ लुकिंग फॉर अ सोल्यूशन विच इज़ very good on a 3D project and it looks very nice, but the moment people start living there, तो what about their comfort, what about that indoor air quality, कैसे manage करते हैं?
So very interesting question. I also want to talk about my view on sustainability after this, answering first your question. So I'll tell you one anecdote. I was in Singapore at Marina Bay City attending World Green Building Council meeting because I happened to be there for some time. And I bumped into one of the speaker in the washroom and we started chatting. He was from Los Angeles and he represented some organization from US. I forgot the details. So we were chatting, and out of that chat, the message was, he said that don't we all think as designers that if we create a glass building, we are doing modern architecture? And he said that is the first problem that we have created for ourselves. Glass buildings are not modern buildings. I mean, answering this question in a different way, I did a hotel in Udaipur city center, and my client, his first brief was, सुतरिया जी, अपने को modern building बनाना है, पूरा glass चाहिए मुझे. So now what do I do? Because I have to satisfy his requirement and I have to be also sensible. So what I did as one of my solution, I use glass as a second skin. So when you see the building, you see as a glass, but actually there is a wall behind it. So my clients were happy, I was happy. So I think sometimes when you look at the commercial angles, sometimes you want to, like continue your practice, you have a particular type of client, their image, their business, then I cannot totally deviate him away from his thought process. But I think as designers, we can influence it. And first of all, we ourselves will have to understand, we should be confident that the rich heritage that we have as a country, in the form of construction techniques, in the form of solution providing, the beautiful city of Jaisalmer, it teaches us so much about sustainability. I mean, that's the ideal case that I look at. I mean, right in the desert, you have a city which is still functioning. So this is how I look at it. I hope I've answered the question, right? So can I take few minutes to talk about?
Sure.
So yeah, so sustainability, I want to ask, since we have a lot of young audience behind, I want to ask how many of you watch films on Netflix? Can you please raise hands? We think that we are the superior species on this earth and everything belongs to us. That's the first folly. Second folly is we think that whatever we are doing, we know what we are doing is right and everything will turn out right out of it. We are simply, because we have the communication and whatever God has gifted us, we are using, rather misusing it to cut down various things which belong to all the other living species. You know, like our entire philosophy of life over thousands of years have taught us what we say was Vasundhara Kutumbikam. It's not only in humans, it's every single part of this world is Vasundhara. And we just take a limited thing out of it, that okay, if I am friends with Australia, I am friendly. If I am friend with China, I am friendly. That's not Vasundhara. Vasundhara means the ant also. To cut down various things which belong to all the other living species. You know, like our entire philosophy of life over thousands of years have taught us what we say was Vasundhara Kutumbikam. It's not only in humans, it's every single part of this world is Vasundhara. And we just take a limited thing out of it, that okay, if I am friends with Australia, I am friendly. If I am friend with China, I am friendly. That's not Vasundhara. Vasundhara means the ant also. So there is a very beautiful ecosystem. And the day you get enlightened with that knowledge, that all these things are interrelated, when I make a highway, I cannot cut down a migratory route of deers or elephants or somebody else. That day nobody will be required to teach us what is sustainable living. We ourselves will tell us what is sustainable living. So this is my personal take on sustainability.
प्रशांत बहुत अच्छा बताया. मतलब एक प्रोजेक्ट पर काम करते हुए उस प्रोजेक्ट में सांप निकला, बड़ा सांप 8 फीट 9 फीट लंबा. अब किसी ने बहुत अच्छी बात बोली, ही वॉज ऑलरेडी देयर, वी हैव एनक्रोच्ड. दैट क्रीचर वॉज ऑलरेडी देयर. इंसान गया, सांप ख़त्म हो गया, है ना. जैसे ही कुछ कंस्ट्रक्शन करोगे, आबादी होगी, तो दोज क्रीचर्स दे विल स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली ट्राई टू फाइंड देयर ओन वे. इसमें एक और इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन आता है. नाउ देयर इज़ अ क्लाइंट हु वांट्स टू डू अ ग्लास बिल्डिंग. द डायरेक्शन इज साउथ. I encountered the similar problem. I was invited to do the interior design of a project, and client showed me the building photographs. Of course we do architecture also. पूरी बिल्डिंग ग्लास की बना दी थी. मैंने सबसे पहला what is the direction, it was south. And you observe in a city in the गर्मी का सीज़न, जो बिल्डिंग ग्लास की बनी है, मैं इंदौर से हूँ तो मैंने कई बार ऑब्जर्व करा, लोग थर्मोकोल लगा देते हैं अंदर से. नाउ यू मेक अ ग्लास बिल्डिंग, गर्मी का मौसम आया, अंदर से थर्मोकोल से बंद करा हुआ है, बिल्डिंग बंद है, लॉट ऑफ हीट, लॉट ऑफ एनर्जी कंज्यूम टू मेक इट कूल. तो व्हाट इज़ द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ एजुकेशन इन द होल सिस्टम. वी हैव लर्न, हमने स्टडी करा है, सब करा है. I was able to convince my client no glass in the building. It would be solid, straight facade. We would try to give little bit offset so that मैं east से या west से कहीं से, east से basically I can have some punctures. तो building is staggered. तो we gave a proposal, client accepted it. So what is the role of education when we discuss in educating the client?
Yeah, this is very valid question, and that reminds me my career when I started my conservation career working with architect Nimish Patel. Parvil Zaveri ma'am is here, and Nimish sir always taught us use your common sense. And the same thing I used to teach all young generation, young architects or new architects in office. Use your common sense. Don't become like लकीर के फ़कीर कि ऐसा लिखा है तो हमें ऐसा ही करना है. Be sensible and design very sensitively and sensibly. So education is one side to tell us our skills or know-how or technical education, but that should not overpower the sensible aspect, sensibility. तो ये बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट है और इसी सीक्वेंस में मैं ये बोलना चाहूँगी कि सारी बिल्डिंग्स कंटेक्चुअल होनी चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं कि हम एक विज़िट चाइना की करके आ गए या हांगकांग जाके आ गए, वहाँ हमने एक हाई राइज टॉल स्ट्रक्चर देखा और उसी को हम किसी भी जगह बना दें क्योंकि वो डिज़ाइन अच्छा है. सो डिज़ाइन मस्ट बी कंटेक्चुअल. तो एजुकेशन एक साइड है, हाउ टू डिज़ाइन दैट बिल्डिंग, हाउ टू मेक द बिल्डिंग. So education helps in that part. But before using our education part, we have to be very much sensible in taking further step. And I would like to say that our traditional buildings are more green and more sustainable. We must learn from our tradition. Like all heritage buildings are more greener because they considered the planning aspect, courtyard planning है. एंड द वॉइड एंड सॉलिड रेशियोज. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम अभी भी कोर्टयार्ड प्लानिंग करें. वी कैन थिंक अबाउट डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द यूज एंड द पर्पज ऑफ द बिल्डिंग. सो प्लानिंग कैन बी डिसाइडेड बेस्ड ऑन दैट. बट वी मस्ट लर्न हाउ दे यूज द लोकल मटीरियल. In Rajasthan, the stone is used, lime is used for various elements, be it a roof, floor, wall finish, elevation part. So these local materials must be used. It's not like we are sitting here and getting material from far places. For some part it can be used, but not for the entire building. So those points are very much important, like how sensibly we decide on the planning aspect and use of the material.
आपने बताया पारुल बेन यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं. आई एम अ ग्रेट एडमायरर ऑफ पारुल बेन एंड निमिश भाई. चिराशी इज़ ऑल्सो हियर. So basically when we talk of contemporary luxury, now they have been able to design a hotel in the same city where the corridors are not air conditioned and still it is one of the finest hotel in the city. So there is a thought process which goes behind. It is not necessary that contemporary luxury can be created only by doing air conditioning, only by doing massive air conditioning. Contemporary luxury can be created by only bringing things from outside. You can employ your own people, you can train them, you can create that kind of skill, and the effect can be still a luxury thing. Anuji, what is your thought on this? Like we are sitting in Rajasthan, which is a hub. Udaipur is a hub. Thikri का काम उदयपुर से ही कनेक्ट होता है. Lot of artwork is used, and when we promote all these people, so these are sustainable practices. Dying art gets promoted. Of course, you can do reinterpretation of those dying arts. So what is your take in terms of sustainability on this?
See, what I would say is that don't let education interfere or come in way of your development and evolution. So, you really have to learn from the earth. You really have to learn from the ground. That's how we have done. And fortunately for me, I have not had clients who've come and, come with this kind of a bias or an agenda that I have to have a glass building. So I really don't have first-hand experience on that मेरे को ऐसी ही building चाहिए या कोई photograph लेकर के आ गया कि मेरे को ऐसी building चाहिए. Probably they know the kind of work that practice is involved in, so they don't bother us with those kind of demands. As far as, learning, regional designing according to the regional climate is what we have always paid attention to. Now, of course, because in government also they've started using sensitive architects, but earlier I used to see that, they've come up with a type design for housing, for instance, for PNT or for, PWD kind of a thing. So what they have designed for Delhi, they would use it in Leh, they would use it in Kerala, they would use it in Rajasthan, without any, consideration to what would be the climatic response or how the building would respond to the climate. So, for instance, I think Parul and Nimish Bhai, they've done such a beautiful hotel over here if you go and see it. And you see it that it is like rooted into this city, Udaipur city. And that is the beauty of every building, that it should seem to be belonging to the place where it stands, and it should not be kind of something which has been imposed upon the city. You can't make a city which is suitable for Leh here in Udaipur or in Jaisalmer, and you can't make what you've done in Jaisalmer in Sikkim. So no two buildings. I mean, we have got, India has, I think, got 5 or 6 climatic zones, and you can't have a uniform kind of a design for all those climatic zones. So sustainability has so many different, जैसे क्या कहते हैं ना, अवतार उसके बहुत सारे हैं. आप क्या क्या बात करेंगे sustainability के बारे में? But one of the things is that you should be, the skills that people over there have developed over years, how well you use it. I remember that we were doing some stone building, the earlier when we used to do stone buildings, there would be stone slabs on it. And then stone slabs, there was a way of lifting those stone slabs. And then there would be skilled people called chavaliyas, जो struts or chains के ऊपर उठा करके, or they would place it into position. Now what you have machines, which is a good thing. There's nothing wrong in having machines, but kind of we have stopped using stone for roofing material. And in the process, what is happening is that the whole skill is dying. So sustainability also demands that how you can preserve these skills. But kind of we have stopped using stone for roofing material. And in the process, what is happening is that the whole skill is dying. So sustainability also demands that how you can preserve these skills. And that's the reason that despite the fact that we have the facility, we let these things go hand in hand. We use the technology, but we do not ignore completely the human skill, so that that kind of skill is also maintained. That skilled masons and unskilled masons. जो unskilled mason करते हैं वो तगारी के ऊपर सीमेंट उठा के ले जाते हैं. आप कर सकते हैं या आप कर सकते हैं क्या? अपने पास वो skill नहीं है. I would still call them skilled people. And to be able to sustain that skill is also a great service to whatever, I think this sustainability एक तरह से buzzword बन गया है, but there's so many things to it. Basically, जैसे ये कह रहे थे, inclusiveness has to be there. So when you talk of inclusiveness, you have to take into consideration people who are working with you. उनको भी आप कैसे सस्टेन करें, उनकी स्किल्स को आप कैसे मेंटेन करें, वो चीज़ें ख़त्म नहीं हो. जो आप ज़मीन की बात करें, you're talking of, I think you're talking of some methodology, lime plaster इसकी बात करें तो lime still continues to be pure material. It can still be used, but because it's not quick setting, तो आपने सीमेंट काम में लेना शुरू कर दिया. हमने ये करके देखा है कि उसका सेटिंग टाइम ज़रूर ज़्यादा है, बट इट्स फार मोर सस्टेनेबल ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. हमारे मारवाड़ी के अंदर एक कहावत है कि चूना 50 साल में जवान होता है. तो 50 साल में कैसे जवान होता है कि इन इट्स मेकिंग इट गिव्स अ लॉट ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, बट ओवर 50 years it starts reabsorbing carbon dioxide and comes back to its calcium carbonate form. And after say 50 years, आपने अगर स्टोन के साथ चूना लगाया तो चूना also becomes stone like calcium carbonate. So even if immediate result आपको कार्बन फुटप्रिंट को कम करने में नहीं हुआ है, इट्स अ लॉन्ग प्रोसेस. अगर आपने वो काम में ले लिया, चूना काम में लिया, यू डूइंग अ फार मोर सर्विस टू द एनवायरनमेंट देन बाय यूज ऑफ सीमेंट इज.
Forgetting ourselves as designers for a moment, is sustainability a need or a responsibility? Just one word.
It's a responsibility.
I think sustainability is a responsibility.
Well, it's a need, so you have to be very responsible. Both things have to be there.
Yes, of course, it's a need of the time, and being a responsible architect, it is our responsibility to fulfill this need.
Sustainability is going to be the law. India has signed an agreement in the United Nations agreement to fulfill the requirement of greenhouse gas GHG emission reduced to 50% from fossil fuel and other things by 2030. And by 2050 it has to be 75% less, and by 2070 we should be zero GHG emission, or we have to compensate. Many of you may not even understand this terminology, but trust me, there will be, I don't know, we are some oldies here, so we have seen what is ration. Ration के अंदर हमको kerosene मिलता था, sugar मिलती थी. Those were the days of 65, 70, 75. There is going to be ration of how much emission you can do very soon. So it's a very, very big and important thing. I would request all of you to just, whenever you are flying next sometime, in coming winter, look out of your window in the morning flight and you will see one chula which is 10 kilometers down, and you will see that entire thing coming up and polluting maybe 3-4 kilometer radius. And that is the serious that we have to understand what we are doing and how it is impacting and how it is going to impact our children and their children. So I think it's not only a need, it's not only responsibility, but it is going to be law very soon. and let's all wake up to it.
In case if anyone has anything to ask the panel, so the panel is open for discussion.
We are very proud, even I'm proud of the buildings which are very luxurious. You are proud of the villas, 40,000, 60,000 square feet, and we know 230 square feet is sufficient for a 5-person family. So reduce is one mantra, which is very important, but we will not follow it. You will not follow it, I will not follow it. So when we say it's a need and it's a responsibility, anyway, we architects are not going to fulfill that. Because as you said, you lose your client otherwise. So the only thing what can be achieved, now whether you agree to this, is longevity, which is Anusar's point. Longevity is the only thing which you can achieve if the building can have a life of 300 plus years. You can achieve sustainability. Otherwise, it's almost impossible. It's out of our hands.
बहुत ज़्यादा knowledgeable हूँ नहीं, but मैं अपने practicing out of. The majority of our projects are in stone, and I remember I did one project in Jalgaon where might last for maybe centuries for the posterity, and you use such material. And I use stone because I choose stone because I think when you talk of diamond, you say diamonds are forever, and I think stones are forever no matter what stone you use. Even 100 years down the line, you take off that stone, you can reinvent it, reshape it, reuse it, which you probably might not be able to do with, say, cement, or you will not be able to do with concrete. But stone, I think, is forever. He wanted me to get green certification. I was not very keen on it, but he was very keen that we get green certification. And without naming, I'll say that those officers, they said that we will not give you points for using stone in Jalgaon because you will have crossed the 900 kilometer range. उससे ज़्यादा होती तो आपको points नहीं मिलते हैं. But my client was hell-bent upon it. Go and argue with them. And I told them that instead of that, supposing I use concrete blocks, for instance, then concrete blocks firstly, longevity जैसी कहते हैं, जिसकी life cycle है, वो वाला parameter वो cross करता नहीं है, उसकी भी एक certain life होती है. Then secondly, say a few years down the line, or maybe after a century or so, if I want to remove it, I will have to demolish the whole building. Because आज भी जो सैकड़ों साल पुरानी बिल्डिंग बनी हुई है अगर स्टोन में, आज मैं उसको वापस एज इट इस काम में ले सकता हूँ. तो जो आप रीयूज़ की बात कर रहे हैं, दैट कैन हैपन देयर. आई कैन री इन्वेंट दैट स्टोन, आई कैन यूज़ इट इन डिफरेंट मैनर. सो आई आर्ग्यूड विद देम एंड आई टोल्ड देम दैट अगर मैं सीमेंट कंक्रीट के ब्रिक्स काम में लेता हूँ जिसको आप मार्क्स देने को तैयार हैं, तो पहली बात तो सीमेंट फैक्ट्री में बनता है, उसके लिए लाइम कहीं और से आता है, उसका पैकिंग मटेरियल कहीं और से आता है, तो वो बहुत लंबी जर्नी है. और जस्ट बिकॉज वो मेरे को यहाँ पास में मार्केट में मिलता है, आपको लगता है कि इसका कार्बन फुटप्रिंट कम है, इसका कार्बन फुटप्रिंट ज़्यादा है और लाइफ साइकिल का भी इशू है. बट टू देयर क्रेडिट आई टेल यू दैट दे एग्री, दे चेंज द चार्टर एंड दे गेव अस मार्क्स फॉर दिस. So I think sustainability from that point of view, that building ki longevity what you're talking of, is absolutely important. So choice of material, or you start inventing such material which is going to last long. That's how we're going to achieve.
Which, for the benefit of audience, I am sharing. One is to adopt a reuse. Today, we are just demolishing buildings कि ये जूना हो गया है, नया बना दो. Now, what is happening, as he rightly said about concrete, concrete is one of the worst material in terms of GHG. तो वो concrete पूरा कचरे में गया, उसका कोई adaptive reuse नहीं है. So, the conservation of building, we think that Western countries are conserving. The only difference is what we realize that our population is growing, our economy is growing. The Western economy, even though it's a bigger economy, their growth rate is in the range of 2%, European economy. Our economic growth is in the range of 7 to 8%. Population is growing. So we have extra money and hence we are able to make this kind of decisions कि कुछ भी कर दो, कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता ना, पैसे आज से कल ज़्यादा आने वाले हैं. जो दिन हमारा आज से 15-20 दिन बाद सैचुरेशन आएगा, हमको अक्ल आ जाएगी कि हमको भी अडॉप्टिव रीयूज़ करना है. एंड देन एज ही राइटली सेड, लाइक स्टोन, तो यू कैन रीयूज़ द स्टोन. On the lighter side, for the younger audience, I would say in Kapil Sharma show, he asked Amitabh Bachchan कि सर आपने कभी टूथब्रश को यूज़ किया है उसके ख़त्म होने के बाद नाड़ा लगाने के लिए पैजामा के अंदर? That is the reuse, and that's what Indian philosophy is all about.
And that's what Marwadis do, yeah? Us people like us, we always do that. But one thing is there that, you know, एक बहुत पुरानी कहावत है, need is the mother of invention. And we must realize that we are just a speck in the entire continuum of centuries. I'm also using concrete, he is using concrete, but अब need arise हुई है. In a few years' time, we'll find a solution. We'll find something which is what we term as green. We'll find something जिसकी longevity है. So there's, I mean, it's not that, you know, we have to be dejected or disappointed कि आज ये चीज़ें काम नहीं आ रही. समय के साथ साथ सारी चीज़ें निकल आएंगी.
Say for example, you talked about this particular issue of government projects. The other issue is universal access. The biggest construction that government does today, footpaths, can we walk on them? Forget people who are physically challenged, disabled people. So I have raised these issues in that committee, that what are we talking, who is responsible, who is doing maximum, put something, some penalty on the officers who will pass it. So yes, this is a collective thing, and as sir rightly said, step by step hoga, it will not happen overnight, but yes, at least we are aware and we are talking is a big thing, and we should support each other, convey the message. We will definitely take it forward, madam. Thank you.
Sustainability is not just about buildings or building materials, you know. It's not just that it's about your, you know, the culture also. It's about the city's fabric, and you have to look at so many aspects of sustainability. एक चीज़ को अगर आप कर लेंगे, तो you will not achieve anything. It has to be a collaborative, collective thing. I'll just give you one example without. I don't mean offense to anybody. I went to Bhopal. I mean, I keep going to Bhopal. We're doing some projects over there, and वहाँ पर जो railway station है, I think Habibganj wala railway station, which was designed by Mr. U.C. Jain. Originally it was designed. Now what they are doing is, उसको पूरे को उन्होंने एक mall के अंदर convert कर दिया है. So anybody sitting here who's associated with it, I don't mean any offense to that. But what they have not seen is that it's already a railway station जहाँ बहुत high traffic होगा ही होगा, और अब आप उसको mall बनाएंगे तो you have not paid any attention to the traffic carrying capacity of the road. So then again your brick over there is crumbling. वैसे ही अपने cities तो overburdened है. अब जब भी अपन किसी से बात करते हैं कि साहब यहाँ पर तो ट्रैफिक ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, कि नहीं हमारे को पार्किंग की जगह मिल जाएगी. पार्किंग की जगह तब मिलेगी जब आप वहाँ पहुँच पाओगे. तो सारी की सारी, चाहे दिल्ली हो चाहे बॉम्बे हो, इनकी सिटी की फैब्रिक्स इसलिए होते हैं because we don't pay attention, and especially I mean that education has to go at the administrative level, at the executive level, which is very important.
Next to the brick minars and the Julta minar. And ASI's rules are within 100 meters you can't build anything. But they are starting from 10 meters from the building, and they don't care. Railways think that they are, you know, ruled by themselves, they can do what they want. And they are taking people who come in rickshaws and buses, they will come at the ground level. Then they are taken 30 feet up, and from there where they have this mall kind of a situation, from there they have to go down 30 feet to approach the platforms that they have to go to. So that is absolutely ridiculous. वो बेचारा बैग लेके आता होगा, there will be कोई बूढ़ा होगा, आप गाड़ियों को 30 feet पे लाते हो, private cars and taxis. ये कहाँ किसको समझाए?
Every city has a character. Yeah. When we just implant a concept, PPP model is the in thing now. It has to fetch us money. Everything has to fetch you money. How do you fetch the money? But fetch the money, you could do it in a different way. Not follow the model that was done in Singapore, because there the city doesn't have this kind of a legacy, doesn't have people from different stratas of society and culture. So the point is the responsibility of educating whoever is your client, even if it is government. Can we discuss? हमारे तो परंपरा में हमेशा वार्तालाप था ही. We used to always discuss. Where is that?
Collaborative delivery is something which is missing altogether. You know, not only कि आप जो लोग affected हैं उसका नहीं है. When you spoke about railways, you will notice that railway comes under central government, and they don't give a hoot in hell about the state government या उस city में क्या हो रहा है. ये हमारी ज़मीन है, हमारे को यहाँ से पैसा कमाना है, और इसलिए वो वहाँ पर कुछ भी कर देंगे. So there's no collaborative deliberation, and that's the issue.
सर इसमें एक चीज़ जोड़ना चाहूँगा मैं. 3 साल पहले काउंसिल ऑफ आर्किटेक्चर ने और ब्यूरो ऑफ एनर्जी एफिशिएंसी ने 5 दिन की एक वर्कशॉप ऑर्गेनाइज़ की थी स्कूल ऑफ प्लानिंग एंड आर्किटेक्चर न्यू दिल्ली में. तो सबसे छोटा उसमें उम्र में मैं ही था सीखने वाला, बाकी यंग लोग थे सारे. तो वहाँ भी ये बहुत सारे सवाल इस प्रकार के आए थे कि ये वाले मटेरियल का ये म्यू फैक्टर है, ऐसे कैलकुलेट करोगे इतने पॉइंट मिलेंगे. तो मैंने उनसे यही कहा था कि ये जो आप सर्टिफिकेशन ला रहे हो मैं उस पर कैसे भरोसा करूँ. आप कहते हो कि ये वाला ग्लास लगाओगे तो इतने पॉइंट मिलेंगे, या वाली आप विंडो सेक्शन लगाओगे तो इतने पॉइंट मिलेंगे. मैंने कहा मैं उस पर भरोसा नहीं करूँगा, क्योंकि आपने कोई सर्टिफिकेशन ले आए और आप कह रहे हो जी इससे एनर्जी बचेगी। इस तरह की कुछ बात चल रही थी कि सेंसर लगा दें तो बत्तियां अपने आप बुझ जाएंगी, या सेंसर लगा दें तो अगर रोशनी ज़्यादा होगी तो अपने आप बत्तियां कम हो जाएंगी। तो मैंने कहा इतना सारा खर्चा आप सेंसर लगाने पे कर रहे हो, एक चपड़ासी लगा दो 15,000 रुपये महीने का, वो शाम को सारी बत्तियां बुझा देगा। तो ये सस्टेनेबिलिटी नहीं है, मखौल है।
I fully agree with you, sir. You said very, very important thing.
एक्चुअली लाइक हमारे जोधपुर में भी रेलवे स्टेशन का रीडिज़ाइन हुआ, तो मेरे कुछ फ्रेंड्स रेलवे में, तो उन्होंने मेरे को दिखाया पूरा कि ये बनने वाला है कमलेश। देन मैंने देखा यार ये तो पूरा जो 100 साल से पुरानी बिल्डिंग है, 137 ईयर ओल्ड जोधपुर का रेलवे स्टेशन है, मैंने कहा बर्बाद हो जाएगा ये तो। देन मैं उसके पूरे प्रिंट आउट लेके अखबार पत्रिका वाले के पास गया, भास्कर वाले के पास गया, नवज्योति वाले के पास गया। फाइनली सम डे आफ्टर 1 मंथ दे पब्लिश बाय आर्टिकल एंड फिर करणी सेना आ गई। देन फिर बहुत से लोग साथ आए। देन फाइनली अश्विनी वैष्णव जी को डिसीजन लेना पड़ा कि जो मेन टावर है, जो मेन हेरिटेज है, उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए रीडिज़ाइन किया जाए। एंड फाइनली वो रीडिज़ाइन हुआ है। तो मैं चाहूँगा कि आप लोग भी अहमदाबाद में ऐसा करें। थैंक यू।
We are fighting it. We are trying to fight from the Heritage Committee. बट वो तो कहते हैं कि हमें पता ही नहीं था। आर्किटेक्ट हैज़ द गट्स टू से कि हमें क्या पता कि ये हेरिटेज जोन में आ रहा है। आई सेड इफ़ यू बीन गॉट दिस प्रोजेक्ट, इट्स योर ड्यूटी टू फाइंड आउट कि ये कहाँ आता है।
But it's high time that all designers come together. And just to share with all of you, we have created a group of 150 topmost designers of Mumbai. We are on a WhatsApp chat. We have written letters to the Chief Minister. We have written letters to the Municipal Commissioner. We gave them a budget for the first time in history of Municipal Corporation to give a budget for footpath. And they gave. So we said we want 2,000 crores. They gave 300 crores. But first time in history of Municipal Corporation, because we wrote the letter, maybe some other people must have also. We are not taking credit. But we are very active. Rahul Kadri, Alan Abraham, Brinda Somaya, we all are very aggressive. Every day we are chatting on issues. So I think what they did is very inspiring. I'm very happy to know about Jodhpur. And we all should collaborate at national level, and do feel free to reach out to us if you need any support. We'll all sign the petition, or we'll do whatever campaign is required, you know.